Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I'm going to be replacing the rear sprocket on the bike today, and also going to be putting a new chain on it as well, because you need a longer chain to be able to accommodate a larger sprocket. So I'm going to walk you through how I'm going to do all that in this video, and hope that you guys will like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And again, this is going to be a 2023 Kawasaki Ninja ZX-25R that we're going to be working on. And you can also use this same video to work on a ZX-4RR, because they're the exact same bike as well as everything's set up except for the engine. So let's get to it. So as you can see, we've got our new rear sprockets in, and I've also got my 520 motorcycle chain that I'm going to be putting on here, and it's a 130 link chain that you're going to need if you're replacing the rear sprockets, because you need something that's longer than the factory size. And so we'll be pulling this off here to get to where our front sprocket is, and I can show you the one that I replaced with that, going from the 14th tooth to the 13th tooth, and then we're going to be replacing this rear sprocket. So that's what we're going to be working on today, so that this thing will have a lot more acceleration low end, and you will lose some top end speed, but it's going to be super quick on the acceleration from the low end. So that's what we're going to be working on here today. So the first thing you want to do is get your center stand. We have an aftermarket center stand here because this bike doesn't come with one. Get that put on there, and then you're going to pull off these 3 bolts here. There's one there, there's one in there, and then there is another one down here at the bottom. So you're going to pull those 3 bolts out, and that will remove this cover plate for the front sprocket. Okay, so now we've got the cover plate off, and now you can see our front sprocket here. And this is the aftermarket front sprocket that I bought right here. So this is going to be a 13 tooth instead of a 14 tooth. It's a little bit smaller because it helps with acceleration. And next we're going to pull the chain off, pull the rear tire off. So we're going to start working on that. Come around to this side so you can see here, because we're going to have to pull the rear brake caliper off of here. I'm just going to kind of hang that off to the side there, out of the way. I'll pull our ABS sensor out of here. That over the side, and we'll make sure to clean that before we put it back in there as well. Now you're going to want to remove this pin right here, so you can pull, loosen the nuts up.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball.
Go ahead and get the chain off there like that. And you're going to pull the pin out through the other side. There you go, wheels off. This actually isn't that difficult to do. Set your wheel down.
Yeah.
Okay. Come back over to here, side. We'll work on getting this chain pulled out of here all the way. So unlike your aftermarket chains, your factory chain does not have a master link, so you have to break the original chain. So you're going to use the tool here do that. And you can pick any link because they're all the same since there's no master link. Then you just separate your chain. And then you can pull the chain off. We're going to go ahead and switch our sprockets out now. Just going to pull the old one off. Set the new one on. We're going to use our bigger sprocket first, so this is going to be the 54 tooth. Now remember, the factory rear sprocket is a 50 tooth on this bike, so we went four teeth bigger. And this is also an aluminum rear sprocket as opposed to the factory steel. So this will be lighter weight than the factory. Done with that.
Gotcha.
Now we can put the wheel back on, put everything back together. And you'll want to make sure that your brake caliper is back on here. It just slides on. Slide our pin through here and get it through the caliper first before we raise the tire up. This can be a little bit complicated to do, especially if you're doing it by yourself. Yeah. Slide it back on there. Just gonna do the reverse process of what you did when you put it on. But obviously we don't have the chain on here yet, so we're not going to tighten it down. We're just going to get it back together for now. We can go ahead and put our caliper, our brake caliper and everything back on. Get it tight. Do the same thing we did in reverse. So put our ABS sensor here first. Out of here. Put that back in place first. Make sure that the back side of your brake pad slides back into the holder properly like it's supposed to. And very, very, very importantly, this is a step that a lot of people miss. You're going to want to make sure that you grease your caliper pins before you put them back in. Because if these dry out, it will actually cause the brakes to lock up and seize. So you want to get some nice grease going on there. Keep this to be able to slide good and free. not on the threads. You just want to get on the smooth part of the pin. Make sure it's greased really good on both of them. So the larger one goes in the front. The smaller one goes in the back. Same thing. You want to make sure you get it greased up real good. Taking a look from the other side of the caliper to make sure that both brake pads are sitting in the holder properly like they're supposed to be before I tighten it back down. Go ahead and push the rear brake. Make sure that this is sitting flush back up against you like it's supposed to. And of course it's rocking because we haven't tightened down the main nut yet. Now we're going to work on the chain. Spraying my sprocket with some chain lube before I put the new chain on there.
You're a rolling stone, but I'm a cannonball. You're not fooling me, not fooling anyone. Got your head in a cloud, so delusional. In an ocean of all this emotional. Best be sure I'll be there when you're looking for something more.
And there you go. So we got the new chain on there. All we have to do is tighten the bolts back up, adjust the chain the way that we need it to be, and then put the pin back through here. And we're all done. And there you go. New rear sprocket on there. All good to go. So that is all the updates that we're going to do on the ZX-25R for now. And if we got anything else coming up soon, we'll show you guys videos on that. So we got it all back together. Got the chain adjusted properly. That's our new sprocket. New chain. Go ahead and start it up.